So Bob, so this is our second time together, and of course last time we had a little get to know you time of getting an understanding of what brings you in and getting a little bit of your history. And I'm wondering if we can maybe gather a little bit more of history, just to kind of maybe understand more about what's happened in the past to maybe kind of understand of what's happening today. And I'm wondering if that's something that would be okay with.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, and what I'm looking at doing is looking at some of your earliest memories, some of your earliest experiences that you can remember as far as back as you can when you were a kid.
Okay.
And one of the reasons for this is with this approach and with the Adlerian style, there's a quote that really kind of reflects what this exercise is about, which is called, where the statement goes as we remember, so are we. So what that pretty much says is that what we experience as we're younger and what we remember really influences how we function today. And so as part of that, it's kind of like making the connection between the past and the present and kind of seeing how that plays out for you.
Okay.
And so we're not going to look at necessarily every memory or every recollection at this time, but at least maybe we can get started with some of the more earliest memories. And so with that, I'm just wondering if you could share with me about maybe your first memories that you really remember, your youngest one.
I think it's probably when I was 3 years old. I remember being stung in the eye by a bumblebee, and I remember playing in the sandbox with my cousin and seeing this big thing flying around, and then I remember it landing on me and stinging me, and I remember being really scared and upset, and my cousin who was watching us taking me inside and washing my face, and so yeah, I think that's probably one of the earliest memories I have.
Okay, so your cousin was taking care of you in that moment from the bee sting. Okay. And I'm wondering, what do you think that memory, that experience, tells you about yourself today?
Well, probably why I'm a little scared of bees, I guess.
Okay, well, that could probably certainly be understandable. I wonder if there are other parts of that experience that stick out to you that maybe still impacts you today.
I guess, I really felt like, even though I was scared, I knew someone was there to take care of me.
Okay. So someone was there to take care of you.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's maybe kind of the message you got then, or that understanding. And I wonder how that impacts you today. Or maybe some kind of, what message that, from that experience, plays out for you in today's experiences.
I guess it makes it that much more important to me to know I can trust the people around me.
Okay. Tell me more about that.
Well, just, the challenges I'm having with work and with my family. Maybe I'm being a little too hard on people because I have this standard of trust that I need to have in them. And if they don't meet that standard, then I'm pretty hard on them.
Okay, so because of that experience of your cousin taking care of you, there was a level of trust, it seems like, that developed. And because of that care, that concern, that seems maybe have led to an expectation?
Yeah, I think so, because I think I remember just like not only feeling good that my cousin was there, but being upset that my mom wasn't there.
Okay.
And I think that may have played a part in challenges with my mom.
Okay.
How I felt towards her.
Would it be fair to say then there was an unmet expectation with your mom, or a level of trust that your mom did not meet as compared to what your cousin did for you?
I suppose.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So, and maybe kind of touch on what I mentioned a moment ago. So, it seems like then you, with this expectation that you have now, this trust
Mhm.
from this experience with your
Mhm.
cousin taking care of you, you carry this expectation maybe into other relationships, and if people don't meet that expectation or even trust level,
Mhm.
this is where you become disappointed?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Okay,
suppose so.
all right. Would that be a fair assessment, be a fair way to say it?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay.
Mm.
Hmm. And so, what is it like for you when people don't meet your expectations? And I think you touched on this a little bit, and maybe flesh
Yeah,
out a little
I guess
bit more.
I feel like, it makes sense to me what should be done in certain situations, and if somebody else doesn't feel that way, then, they aren't following through for me, and they're letting me down,
Okay.
even when I tell them, this is what I need, and they don't do
Mhm.
it, it's almost like a direct betrayal.
Mm, okay. So betrayal, very strong feelings there.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it seems like then there is a clear connection between what you experienced, I believe you said 3 years old,
Yeah,
and it still even impacts you today into
Mm.
your 30s.
yeah, I guess it does.
Yeah, because of the expectation and the trust
Mhm.
level that you
Mhm.
have um, from that experience, and how people
Mhm.
may disappoint you or not meet your expectations, and how that kind of impacts you, and in some respect impacts the relationships because that trust level is not there.
Mhm.
Okay, so 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 with that, thank you for sharing that.
Mhm.
And we're getting close to time, so maybe for the next section, maybe we can unpack this a little bit further.
Okay.
So, but with you sharing, it does seem like there's a clear connection between the past and present for you,
I
and
guess so. Yeah.
kind of like, so maybe that statement that I said earlier kind of rings true.
How we remember,
Yeah, as,
so are we.
yeah, something like that, yeah. As we remember, so are we.
Mm.
And as you remembered that experience with your cousin at 3 years old, it kind of set the bar for you,
Mm.
and it impacts you on how you do things today and your interactions with others and expectations.
Mm.
And would it be
I guess
okay
so.
to unpack this next time?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.